Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I was frightened by the sight of a life of pain. Whether easy days or complicated, it was all the same. It was scary. The main emotion I felt was shame. Tied myself to opinions of others while depression had me chained. I remained with so many thoughts of doubt, having issues with my identity. I lost it in the crowd, but I changed. It was life that taught me how to be the man you see and hear right now. Oh my darling, love will ignite your soul. Oh, while hate and anger's fighting for control. For your calling might be a rocky road, but when you're going through, just know you're not alone. Do not fear. Do not fear. I believed in the God who I'd never seen, put my trust in blind communication. It felt like a dream, but I had faith. If I didn't walk away, then all my hurt will be worth it, because it would all work out someday. So I stayed and I put up a fight, with odds against me, not knowing how to make it through the night. And I pray to live a better life, and kept the darkness from driving out my life. Oh my darling, love will ignite your soul, will ignite your soul. Oh, while hate and anger's fighting for control. For your calling might be a rocky road, but when you're going through, just know you're not alone. Oh my darling, love will ignite your soul, will ignite your soul. Oh, while hate and anger's fighting for control. For your calling might be a rocky road, but when you're going through, just know you're not alone. Do not fear. Do not fear.
Auto-tune.
I've seen everybody leave. See my pops, I grew up without him, and I was fine. Well, okay, I had other problems, but never cried. I mean, why would I? What would it change? What would it solve? Him and my feelings for him were the same. Behind the wall, but yo, my pops, he came around. As I got older, I forgave him for not staying around. We started over after years of him being around and stepping in. His consistency made a difference ever since. Love you, man. Every day I wake up in the morning and pray that I don't make the same mistake. Holding on to anyone who don't want to stay in my life. Every night, a couple dozen tears that I fight. A lot of anger, a lot of pain to face. I can't make the same mistakes. I've seen everybody leave. I've seen everybody leave. See my uncle Robert, God rest his soul, was a kind of man who I admire, respectable, and I loved him. Wish I could hug him. I called him dad, one of the best father figures I ever had. And my brother, my big brother, always the coolest, to be frank. You got him to thank. When you hear my music, I was livid that I couldn't stop. Its consequences went from thinking outside the box to locked in it. Then there's Jimmy, my cousin Jimmy. More like my bro, was always close, but lately me and Jimmy, we haven't spoke. I've been a giver, he's been a taker. It broke my heart, but sometimes life finds a way to make you grow apart. And Lord knows, you gotta be okay to walk away. People with you for a reason, or a season, or a day. I know it matters to you who is in your life because you care, but look around and pay attention to who's there. Cherish them. Every day, I wake up in the morning and pray that I don't make the same mistake. Holding on to anyone who don't want to stay in my life. Every night, a couple dozen tears that I fight. A lot of anger, a lot of pain to face. I can't make the same mistakes. I've seen everybody leave. You can get way past day one and not have to look back anymore. You can learn to love yourself and not move in fear. You can recognize triggers. And as you achieve these things, you might look up one day and not see the people who you thought would always be around. But no, if everybody leaves, you have God and you have yourself.
All right. We back with another. We in the building. We talking greasy. You already know the vibe. No cap, no filter. Just raw talk. We hustle, we grind, and we shine. And talking greasy where every word drips, every vibe hits, and the grind never quits. We back for another one tonight. Hopefully everybody feeling good out there. Hope you had a great Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We back in the shop one more time. Where we talk loud and where we live proud. You know what I'm saying? Every block got a story. I'm just talking greasy. That's all we doing here. So once again, hey, welcome. So hey, if you here, hit that like, subscribe button, leave a comment, whatever you want to do. We in the shop. So once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you want to come up, chat it up, you can. If not, hey, stay in the cut. Whatever way feels good for you. We're gonna get it started off with a little bit of just mentions. I ain't putting no pictures up or nothing. I ain't doing that. Not right now. Anywho, so first thing I want to do is if anybody y'all following college football, I want to give my hats off. Tip. We want to give just we're gonna give a round of applause. Give a round of applause to a young man, Amaya Harden, from Lawrence County, from Alma, Mississippi. Man played with Missouri college football team. If you don't know yet, go check him out. He's number 29. He's the starting running back for them. Right now, that young guy is leading the SEC in rushing. And he's number 2 in all college football in rushing. So, hats off to him. May God continue to bless him, be with him, and he continue to shine and do his thing out there. So, we proud of him. Hopefully, he keep doing what he's been doing. Another thing I want to say, touchy subject, but I'm gonna say it. Condolences to the 2 people that I know about in a way that passed away yesterday. One was at Delta State in the State University. Another one was at in Vicksburg. One was a black guy, one was a white guy. So I really don't know nothing about the backstories of it. Regardless of the backstory, it's another life lost. So I send condolences to the family. I have prayers to the family. Um, may God give them a sense of peace in their time of bereavement. So, like I said, we back. We're in the shop one more time. Like I said, hopefully everybody had a good evening, good Tuesday. Um, I got a little dialogue for you, a little content for you. Right quick, we're gonna chop it up about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you feeling some type of way, hey, come up. We can talk about it. If you ain't, hey, stay back and listen. You know what I'm saying? Well, my day was pretty good on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? On Tuesday, like I said, one step closer to Friday, one step closer to the weekend. So y'all keep grinding out there, keep going to work, keep getting your money up, keep your head on the swivel out there. We is in Mississippi, and once again, we call this Mississippi sector. That's why I speak on stuff that I know about people that's from Mississippi or something that affects Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important, not just to get on here and have content and talk about any and everything, but to get on here and acknowledge actual events that happen in our lives and other people's lives in Mississippi. So I'm just on here chilling though. We just vibing. I'm just we give a couple more minutes. You know, I always give a couple more minutes. I always run about 15 minutes before I get started with my content. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, like I said, once again, hit that like and subscribe button. Share the live if you feel like it. Once again, the link is pinned in the top of the chat. If you feel like coming up, we come up. We'll talk about it, and we'll do what we do. You feel me? I ain't got no problem with that. Over here at the shop, over here talking greasy, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I have no problem with people disagreeing. I have no problem with adult conversations. But one thing we will not do, we will not talk about kids, and we will not talk about mothers over here. To our parents, I mean, I'm sorry. One thing I would not tolerate. I drop you down off the panel. If I have to, I delete you out of the chat. If I have to, and block you. Like it is what it is. I'm not allowing that over here. This is a shop where I feel like everybody should feel comfortable coming to, feel relaxed, feel welcome, feel like they can have their opinion and it be heard without no problems. So what I'm shooting for, that's my plan to keep it in the action like that. So hopefully it works that way. Hopefully it works that way. But like I said, hey, hit that like subscribe. Let me know how y'all day been. You know what I'm saying? In the chat. You don't hit that chat up if you ain't gonna come up on the stage. You ain't gonna come up and talk crazy. You feel me? We got about another 20, 30 seconds, and then we're gonna get started into a little little stuff that we just gonna talk about. Then we're gonna get off here. We're gonna try the rest of the night. Then we'll do it again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Every day above ground is a blessing. Every day above ground is a blessing. So, all right, we at the 15-minute mark, so let's get into it. We're gonna get into a little content. So, I was sitting around having a conversation earlier with somebody, and we was talking. We was talking about dating, right? So in the midst of us talking about dating, this topic came up, like 10 red flags when dating. Topic came up, so we were thinking about that. We was talking about that. We was chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, once again, that's gonna be the title of this one: 10 red flags when dating. And you already know who I am. It's Talkin Greazy. You feel me? So, and I think this something, like I said, I think this something somebody been through. If not, almost everybody been through something that I'm finna talk about with these 10 things. So I'm pretty sure everybody been dating. And let me just say this before I get started into this. Um, just cause we may see them as red flags, you might not see them as red flags. Please don't take it offense. Um, if you're still dating someone that one of these red flags that we're talking about, please don't take offense to that. Hey, everybody at the end of the day got to live their own lives. And if that's what you feel with yours, that's what you do. We don't judge over here. It is what it is. Feel me? So just want to get that out the way. And some people wear their emotions on the sleeve when you go to talk about stuff. So, but what I was saying, like, I think this is something that everybody's been through, um, particularly dating. You know what I'm saying, and not just dating, like the little warning signs that we all see, or that we all have seen in the past, and we tend to um maybe ignore, or later on we regret it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm talking about red flags. So, but listen, some of us treat red flag like Six Flags. I don't know if y'all caught that, but some of us treat red flags like Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see it, but instead of leaving, you want to go to that booth and buy that season pass for it. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that, because some red flags some people get put up with. Like, some just because it's a red flag, to some people that's not a necessarily deal breaker, I would say, for as dealing with that person or for the relationship wise. You know what I'm saying? So if that's you, then fine. Hey, I ain't mad at you. But these are just common red flags that I'm coming up with off the top of my head. You feel me? Just, hey, we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But today we're gonna break it down. You see what I'm saying? Today we ain't gonna get no season pass. Today we're gonna break it down content wise. Um, 10 red flags that we think could be an issue. So while you watching, grab your coffee, your popcorn, your tea. You know, hey, if you want a little Henny, a little gin, a little juice, you know, hey, I don't judge. Let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? So, number one, okay, number one, I gotta laugh about some of this stuff because it's just gonna be, hey, it's coming off the dome now. So, um, number one, someone that trashes all their exes. We're gonna let you slide right there for a second, okay? We're gonna let you slide right there for a second, okay? Just listen to me now. Someone that trashes all their exes. Feel me? If they talk bad about every single ex they ever had. That's not cute at all. That's not a good look. It's almost like they trying to get all the blame off of them, like they ain't played no part in nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. If they say something like, "Oh, my ex was crazy. My other ex was probably toxic. Like my last ex was evil." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. Like, okay, I understand maybe your ex has had a little issues going on with them, but what about you? Like, did you only date the villains and you Batman or something? Like what? Like, like come on, like come on, talk to me now. Like I'm just saying, if they talk about every ex, there's something wrong with every ex that they've been in a relationship. How you think that look? How you think they come after you? You know what I'm saying? Like they out here just fighting, crying, like they like everybody's a joker in every relationship or something. You see what I'm saying? Like they the only good person. Everybody else is bad in every relationship. Think about that now. So what's the truth right there? If everybody's the problem, every one of your exes is the problem. Who the real problem is then? Is it you? Huh. Think about that. Cause if you decide not to talk to him, you gonna join that list next time. You gonna be on that list next time. It gonna be something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why they didn't stay dating you, why the relationship didn't work. Um, that's just one red flag I think if I top of my head, you know what I'm saying? If they trash talk all their exes. What's up, Miss Jasmine with JNY Studios? See you in the chat. We see you in there. Okay. Appreciate you with the comment. We see you in there. We just moonwalking down through here. We moonwalking down through here. Okay. So that was the first one. Let's go to number two. Okay. Number two. Hmm. And I ain't even gonna lie, I think I got a problem with this myself. We just gonna be honest with the thing. You know what I'm saying? But inconsistent communication. Most people think communication is very key. If not all people, but most people think communication is very key. Okay. And you know the type I'm talking about, they text you every morning for a week. Good morning, beautiful, with your heart emojis. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? How your day going, beautiful? Every week. I mean, for a week, for a whole week, whole 7 days. Then all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden they disappear. Disappear for 3 days. You don't even get no message or nothing. You barely can hear from them. You know what I'm saying? Like they done went on a secret mission by the president or something. You know what I'm saying? Like they disappeared out, no phone conversation, no contact or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So then at that point, you sitting there like, did they get kidnapped or something? Like, should I call 911 or something? Like, like nah. And then just hit you back with, what you doing? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and they text you back like, what you doing? Think about that. Now, like I said, hey, we'll let you slide right here for a second, okay? You ain't hear for them in 3, 4 days. They for a week straight they were texting you, hey beautiful, ha la 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 emojis, woo woo. You everything they needed at that point. Then they disappear for a few days. and then they pop back up and text you and say, "What you doing at 1 something in the morning?" Think about that. Now let that sink in for a second. Let's just let that sink in for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that interest or is that convenience? So at that point, if they're already inconsistent at the start of y'all trying to get to know each other, it's just not gonna magically get better. It's gonna take some work, and then if you decide to deal with it, then you gotta have that patience. Then you gotta have that patience. I'm talking about patience and grace, like almost like Jesus. Then, cause now you're trying to teach an old dog new tricks, and we know how hard that is. So, so you just gotta be, yeah, you gotta be ready for this out here in the dating scene. You see what I'm saying? It's real out here. It's real out here. So so we let you slide. So let's move to the right a little bit. Let's move to the right a little bit. Okay. So now we got that. Now we got they trashed out their exes. Inconsistent communication, right? And so let's think about this. Okay. Let's see. Moving too fast. Okay. 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 Say moving too fast. Okay. Now I've heard a lot of women say men do this now, but I'm pretty sure there's some women out there do it too. I'm pretty sure there's some women out there moving fast too. We just ain't gonna act like the men the only one does that. That's what we not gonna do in the shop at Talkin Greazy. What we not gonna do. Okay. We're gonna play it both ways. We're gonna call it down the boat with, okay? So just think about that one now. If a person moving way too fast, or like it's been, let's just say it's been 2 dates and they already talking about moving in, having kids, what a wedding gonna be, what a honeymoon gonna be. You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna name our grandkids. You know what I'm saying? They already talking about stuff like that. We got people whom their partner is always the problem. It's all too familiar to me. Hey, then you already know what I'm talking about then. Appreciate you. You already know what I'm talking about then. But it be like that. So it be like that though. It be like that. But you gotta think about it. Like I said, people if they moving too fast now, if they moving too fast, they picking out wedding colors and already on your second date they picking out wedding colors. You know what I'm saying? And trying to predict how your kids gonna look and how they gonna dress. You know what I'm saying? So hold on. Let me see what we got here. What we got here? And a man tell me on the first night never to friend zone him because he was going to marry me. He lied. So how did that make you feel? I'm just call you Miss Studio. How did that make you feel? How did that make you feel? I need you to hit the powder. I need you to hit the powder. You sound like you got some stories. I need you to hit the powder. Hey, I'm sorry that happened to you though. I mean, and maybe you need it. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry that happened to you though. But like I said, we finna let you slide right here for a second. So hey, that's a prime example of moving too fast. But she just said, so but think about it. Is that really is that romance? Is that romance at that moment if he's telling you that? Or is that love booming. What is that? What we calling that? You see what I'm saying? Hey, once again, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to come in, you want to come up on the panel, I bring you up here. We'll chop it up. I ain't got no problem with that. What to say? Confused. They had you confused. I can understand that. I can understand that. I truly can understand how that would have you confused. Um, truly understand that. Maybe something else happened behind the back end. I don't know, but I could definitely understand how that would leave you confused. But we gonna say that's. We ain't gonna say that's romance. That's love bombing at that moment. You know what I'm saying? You know, it feels good at first. It feels good at first. You know what I'm saying? When somebody um telling you all this and that at first. You know what I'm saying? But what if it's really just a setup? You know? What if it's just set up? I always say, you know what I'm saying, if they telling you I love you before you even know their middle name, and you might need to run. You might need to run. If they telling you for they love you before they even know your middle name, you might need to get up out there. You might need to just skedaddle. You see what I'm saying? You just might need to. You know what I'm saying? That ain't love. Shoot. It's probably a Netflix horror movie or something like that. Shoot. God, leaving me at the altar or some shit. Some stuff like that. Like, I'm sorry. What could like for real, you gotta think about that, man. You gotta think about that. For real, like hey, it's crazy out here. You gotta be careful out here in these streets. Once again, the chat is pinned to the top of link is pinned to the top of the chat. You wanna come up, come on up. We'll chop it up. What we got right here? Love bombing. When they go way too hard, way too fast. Flower promises, future talk, all 1 week. Hey, and you get sometimes you got that. Sometimes you get that. Like and now I'm gonna say this. I say it's a red flag, but sometimes that can happen because that people do believe in that love at first sight. Like they believe in that that love as soon as you meet somebody, that connection, that vibe. You know what I'm saying? So some people believe in that. Like I can't it's tough. It's tough. I say it's a red flag, but if you decide to stay, then hey, that's one of, like I said at the beginning, that's one of the red flags you could deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes some people can deal with certain things, some people can't. Like that's one of them you could deal with. That's all I say. You feel me? Like that point, like I said, you just gotta have the patience of God and Jesus in you, and some grace. You gotta give them grace so they can come on around to what they told you, what they showed you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all in 1 week is crazy though. That's crazy work. That's that. Hey, that dude built different. All in 1 week. All in 1 week. Yeah, he built different. That's a different type of dude. If it's all in 1 week, what you got? What you got? Love at first sight. It's the same as love booming. One is a feeling, the other is a performance. I don't know. I don't know because that's because it's me. Because like I said, hey, in the shop, we all open to our own opinion. So, but because I don't really believe in love at first sight. I believe you can like a person at first sight. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe you can just automatically be in love with them at first sight because to me, love takes time to develop. Like that's a process. That ain't just, oh, look at you, I love you. Like, no, I don't think it could be that. I could be wrong, but I don't think it could be that. Now, hey, this is my opinion. Other one is a performance. Well, I don't know. Sometimes the performance can be the leading up to a ending. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes the performance can still be good too. You feel me? Like it could be. Love at first sight is about a connection. Love booming is about control. Ah, I don't even. But see, at that point, I don't even know if you love boom somebody. I don't even know if you really got no control. I don't even know if you really got no control because if you got somebody that's kind of hip to it, you know what I'm saying? They'll accept it, but that don't mean they'll fall for it. So it's like they'll still be there to take the ride, but it ain't guaranteed they're gonna stay the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like because if somebody looking for it, they already know what they looking for. So that's what I don't know. So I don't know about the control part, but I'm with you. He was and still is stopping me. Stop. Stalking ain't love. That's exception. That's exception. That's obsession dressed up like romance. Whoa, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. You say he's stalking you. Ooh, yeah. Did y'all see that? Look at that. Just take a look at that that comment right there. Ooh, did y'all see that? Ooh, Lord, Lordy Lord. But hey, hey, stalking ain't good. You might need to call the police if he's stalking you. I'm just saying. Just saying. Hey, gotta be safe out here. Gotta be safe out here. Shit. You feel me? Acceptance under pressure ain't acceptance. It's compliance. Yeah, I can agree with you on that. I agree with you on that one though. I really can. So, like I said, right, hey, we moonwalking right here now. Moonwalking right here. So, like I said, and that's just three of them. That's just three of them we named right quick. Like I said, trash talking to exes, inconsistent communication, moving too fast, and we talking about 10 red flags for us dating. That's what we talking about. 10 red flags for us dating. Like, think about it. Think about it. Like I said, okay, take another sip of your tea, take another sip of your coffee. You know what I'm saying? Or your Jack Daniels, or your well, let's say I might drink some gin or whatever it is you're drinking on. Take another sip of that and just think about this, okay? While we doing this thing, we say, dang, all three so far is this same. Hey, you might need to call that guy and tell him to get on this live. He got to fit himself. He got to fit himself. You might need to call him and tell him to get on that live. That's crazy work. That's crazy work right there. Eee, that's crazy work right there. Oh, yeah, hold up. Hold up, give me just a second. I'm sorry. Uh, 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 all right. Let's get back to it. Okay. Let's get back to it. So, hey, we finna let you slide. We finna take it to the left now. Take it to the left real quick. Take it to the left. We got a couple more. We got to go through. We got 10. We on 3. Okay. Let's figure out this 4th one. Okay. Let me see. Mm, okay. How they treat people. How they treat people. That's gonna be number 4. How they treat people. In the studio, you having a night. I see you. You having a night. Turn up in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Turn up in the chat. You having a night. Okay. Um, yeah, the fourth one. Hey, how they treat you? How do they treat you? Pay attention to how they treat you. Or pay attention to how they treat people they don't need. Pay attention to how they treat people like, when waiters come around, you know what I'm saying? How they excuse me, how they interact with them, um, how they interact with cashiers at the stores or stuff like that, or you know, uh, just pay attention to stuff like that, or even pay attention to stuff with their own family. You know what I'm saying? When you get around their family, pay attention to they treat how they treat their sister, how they treat their mother. You know, or if this a person or a woman that already got kids, pay attention to how they treat them. Pay attention to how that woman treat her father, her brother. Pay attention to that. That can speak volumes. You know what I'm saying? That can speak volumes of who or how she may treat you or he may treat you um down the road. If respect only shows up for the people they want something from. Hey, that's true. I could dig that. I could dig that. Now, I'm with you when you're right, Miss Dulio. I'm with you when you're right. Don't tell me you love me, but you disrespect everybody else. Hey, I'm gonna leave that up there for a second. Moonwalk on that one. I'm gonna leave that one up there for a second. Appreciate you for that comment. See, that's a big one right there. So moonwalk with that one right there for a second. Shoot, that's tough right there. Character leaks out in the small interactions. That's true, and that's what I'm saying. You gotta pay attention to stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. You got to have a third eye when you first date them. You got to have that third eye. You got to be um, like a hawk. You got to have your head on a swivel. You got to have a listening ear. You got to be ear hustling. You got to be doing all that like when you first start dating them. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause you got to figure out how they're gonna be when it gets on down the road. See what I'm saying? What we got right here? Yeah, rude dismissal or conceding to everybody else. It only matter of time before that energy comes on because kindness, that's selective, ain't kindness. It's performance. And that's true. You got a lot. You got people out here. Some people out here that ain't even an actor. They don't get paid for it, but they can act very well. You see what I'm saying? Like that's true. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. But let's slide right here for a second, okay? So, and to your point of what you just said right there, like you said, if they, you gotta think about if they rude to the waitress when the waitress come up there or something like that, just because she forgot, maybe the drink or the water, or she forgot some extra honey mustard. I like honey mustard. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I like honey mustard on my stuff. If you ain't putting that honey mustard on something, hey, you missing out. Just a word of advice on that. Honey mustard on everything. If it's fried, you gotta put honey mustard on it. Tell you. Just a word of advice on that. But anywho, you gotta think about it, bro. Like for real. Just cause they forgot some extra sauce, they tripping, they mad. So that comes down, they can roll over. But guess what? One day you're gonna be that sauce. If one day you become that sauce, you become that water, that drink that you didn't give it to him in time, or you didn't buy this purse in time, and then all of a sudden, here you go. Now he's disrespecting you. Now he's talking to you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta pay attention to how they treat the people around them. Cause whoever you go around with them, If they love them people, they gonna treat them different. So if they say they love you, then they should be loving. They should be treating you the same way. That disrespect always trickle down. Always trickle down. Hey, we'll let you slide down through that tonight. I'm telling you. Hey, 10 red flags when dating. That's what we on tonight. That's what we on tonight. And we'll let you slide down through there. Feel me? So all right, that's 4. Whew. I don't know if I'll make the 10. I'm trying to think. Ooh, woo. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me think. But we here. We here. We in the shop. Feel me? So, okay. Another one. Let's go with jealousy and control. Mm, jealousy and control. Okay. We gonna put number 5 at jealousy and control. Okay. Now, think about it. Think about it. Now, a little jealousy can be cute from a woman or a man. A little jealousy can be cute because that allows you to know that that person still care about you, still want to be with you, they still want you to be theirs. You know what I'm saying? So they protect theirs, trying to protect that they got. You feel me? So that could be cute a little bit. You like, oh, you care. So you feeling good then. You know what I'm saying? You happy. You the man. You the woman. You scrubbing. You know what I'm saying? Your head up high, chest out. Hey, yeah, my girl. Yeah, she like this. So, my man. Yeah, he ain't letting nobody talk to me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The little bit can be good. You know what I'm saying? But when it turns into they see you on social media and they like, why you like that picture? Or y'all get ready to go out somewhere, or you get ready to go out by yourself, and the man asks you, why you wearing that? You wearing that out? Or you ask the man, why you got on that cologne? Where you going trying to smell all good? You see what I'm saying? Like, think about like, hey, that's when it get that's when that red flag turned into something else. Hey, hold on a second, hold on 1 second, hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, think about that. If you just that's when it get crazy when they start asking you the little questions like that, like why you wearing that out? Why you got on that cologne? Why you got on that perfume? Why you liking that picture? Why you follow him on Instagram? Why you follow her on social media? You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it gets becomes a problem at that point. It starts small, but the next thing you know, you can't even go to Target or you can't even go to the barbershop or you can't go to the nail salon without an interrogation. Without 20 questions before you go out the door. That's when it turns into that. Now you had a full blown investigation on you and why you did this and why you did that before you go out the door. You feel me? Like, think about it. Like, at that point, you like, relax. Relax. I ain't doing nothing. Going to get a haircut. I ain't doing nothing. The girl talking about, I ain't doing nothing. Going to buy some tissue and some toothpaste. And here you is. Why you got on that? Who you trying to go meet? Come on, guys. Come on, girls. No. Don't be that type of jealousy. Don't try to have that much control. Because at that point, like I said, that's when it get Whoa. All right, there, Mr. Zach. Appreciate you, man. Heading out, boss, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man. Appreciate you for tapping in. You enjoy the rest of your night, man. Appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out. If you ain't already did it, hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you for being a part of this, for being in the shop where we talking grease. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about that. So hey, we trying to have all the control over her life and over his life and what he do and what he can't do and stuff like that. Allow everybody to be everybody. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying about that. So all right, let's moonwalk a little bit more. Let's let you slide to the right now. Okay? Let's just slide to the right. See what else we can come up with right quick. See what else we can come up right quick. All right, bam. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. We 5 out of 10. Yeah, hey, we 5 out of 10. We rolling. we rolling. We rolling. Hey, we getting on down through there. I told you, we let you slide on down through there. Hey, we on number 6 now. Hey, let's mosey on number 6. All right, we gonna hey, we let you slide. So we on the 2-step now. 2-step. 2-step. Okay. Hey, let's slide. My bad. All right, but let's go one more, okay? Whew, some of this stuff might hit home. Lordy, Lord, Lord. Never apologizes. Mm, never apologizes. Mm-mm. Now, I know some of y'all, especially the men, I ain't gonna lie, if you anything like me, that word apologizing, that word I'm sorry, like sometimes that's tough. Sometimes that's tough, if we're gonna be honest. Sometimes that's tough to say, hey, I'm sorry, to say I apologize, say I was wrong. Sometimes that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you gotta think about it. You got somebody that can set your whole house on fire or something. Be like, well, if you hadn't bought the candles, this wouldn't have happened. And you'd be like, huh? You'd be like, what? Like you lost. Cause how you gonna say that if I hadn't bought the candles, the house wouldn't be on fire? They make you feel like you done something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it now. One thing about it, though. One thing about it, I don't know about a bunch of men. I ain't really asked this question to a bunch of men, but I know a lot of women think accountability is sexy. They do. hmm Yep, sure do. They think that accountability thing is sexy to them. So, hey, for you men that's listening, hey, you might need to just start taking accountability. They might like that, bro. They might give you a pass that day. Feel me? Where you ain't got to argue or fight or fuss. You know what I'm saying? All because you just said, hey, I'm taking accountability for it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I know as men, sometimes that pride set in. It's like, man, I can't. Oh man, that's too. Man, I can't be saying I'm sorry. They gonna think I'm soft. I'm too hard for that. Yeah, but hey, but you'll be hard single too. You feel me? You'll be hard single too. So I'm saying, just take a little accountability. That's all. That's all. Sometimes, just say, "Hey, I was wrong. I was wrong, sweetheart. I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? Like, if not, hey, you in for a long ride. A long ride. Then, if not, you don't want to take that one little step just to say, "I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? How hard is it? It's hard sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know why I said that, but it's hard sometimes. Like it is. Like especially when you in a position where you don't feel like you done nothing wrong, and it's like, what I'm apologizing for? You know what I'm saying? That pride kicks in. That manhood steps in. Then like, you the one wrong. Mm-mm. Let me see what we got here. What happens when your partner is not a person who thinks they're ever responsible? Ah, um, at that point, I think you gotta excuse. Me, I think at that point, I think you gotta figure out a way to prove to him that he's wrong. Um, whether it's whether it's with pictures, whether it's with data, whether it's with fact checks, whatever it may be. I think at that point you gotta somehow allow him to see that he was the one in the wrong. And once he sees it, now most people, once they see that they're wrong, they have no problem with apologizing. I think now, but still, that pride within that man is hard sometimes. Like he still want to be uh, the big macho guy. Like some men think that's soft to apologize. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, for most women think that stuff sexy. They like that. They like when you apologize to them. They like when they feel like you give it a better chance. Then what if he doesn't want to see it? He often tell me I'm doing too much. Well, at that point, you still got to figure out either you have one two options. Either you give up on it, and then or you keep trying to figure out a way to prove to him that he's wrong. Um, like I said, for men it's hard sometimes because, like I said, we supposed to be the big macho men and sometimes we think apologizing is a sign of weakness. So, but like I said to the man that's listening to me, hey, that woman think that's sexy. So, hey, you swallow your pride, you suck it up. You're like, yes, sweetie, beautiful, baby, Bookie, whatever your little pet name is for that person, and you just say, hey, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I apologize. Can we move forward? You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds easy, but in the heat of the moment, when a person is trying their best to not to apologize or not to be wrong, then it's hard sometimes. But I just feel like sometimes now how often he tell me I'm doing too much, and sometimes now sometimes I'm gonna agree with my guy now. Sometimes I believe women do be doing too much sometimes now. So I mean, but sometimes you can do this too. Sometimes you can take a step back and allow that person to walk into their wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can walk into your wrong and it'll slap you dead in the face, and you ain't got no choice but to acknowledge it then. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you have to then. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for that. Appreciate you for that comment. Appreciate you for that. So, but yeah, that's number 6. Hey, never apologize. You know what I'm saying? So hey, we let you slide, and we almost there. We almost there. We got 4 more to go. Hey, whew, it's a tough cookie sometimes. Tough cookie. We got 4 more to go. So hey, um, one more. All right, let's talk about hmm, let's talk about financial irresponsibility. Financial irresponsibility. Okay. First of all, look, money is not everything. Um, the old saying, money can't buy you love. But one thing about it, and we just being honest here. We like I said, we finna moonwalk. Hey, we talking greasy. So we putting it raw, uncut, and it's out there. You feel me? So one thing about it though, you can't always be broke. Every time she asks you for something, or every time, yeah, it's gonna be a she because unless you're trying to help your man out. For the most part, I'm talking to the men on this one. So every time she asks you for something, you cannot be broke. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Like always, let's just say you always dodging bills and stuff like that. Like, or you sitting out here, or you out here buying Jordans, but if she need help on a light bill, you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? You out here drinking every day. You buying 6 packs every day, but she has to get a nail done. You ain't got it. Like you can't be broke. And that's just me being honest. Like it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But you can't be broke. That's stress waiting to happen. That's stress waiting to happen. Cause now she's sitting there dating someone that, or potentially dating someone that she's feel like when she need them, they can't come through because you say you ain't got it. You always broke. Now, granted, now I understand sometimes stuff happens. You get in predicaments. Sometimes you robbing Peter to pay Paul, and sometimes you get to that position. But this shouldn't be every time she asks you for something, or every time she needs something. It shouldn't be that way. It definitely shouldn't be that way. You feel me? And it's not about being rich. It's just about being responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, your car got 3 tires on it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go buy no tire, but you in the club buying bottle service every weekend. You don't want to buy no tire. You don't want to get the oil change in the vehicle, but you every weekend you over here furnishing beer for everybody to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like once again, it's not about being rich, it's about being responsible. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Priorities, fam. Priorities. We gotta pick out our priorities and get them in line, fam. You see what I'm saying? Like for real. Like she ain't gonna want to be with you if you can't help her. Women love stability. You might not be the richest man in the world, but if she she knows she can come to you when she needs something and you got her back, she happy then. She is happy then. If she knows she can come to you when she needs something and you got her back, she happy. You feel me? Come on, man. We'll let you sliding down through there. That's number 7. We'll let you sliding down through there. We on 8 now. We on 8 now. Ooh, we getting there. We getting there. Hey, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know what y'all red flags is. You feel me? Let me know what y'all red flags is. Hit that like, subscribe. Once again, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. You want to come up? Come up. We'll chop it up. You know, you come up here, you gotta be talking greasy. Feel me? So let's go to number 8 now. Let's go to number 8. All right. So, we got 7. Got 7 of them out the way. Let's go to number 8. Okay. All right. Number 8. No ambition. No ambition. No goals. Okay. No ambition. No goals. That's what we going with number 8. No ambition. No goals. So, listen. I'm not saying everybody have to be um, Elon Musk or what's the other dude, rich dude named oh, I can't think of his name, but that's another besides Elon Musk that's be popping and stuff. It's another um Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates. Nobody's saying you got to be Elon Musk or Bill Gates. Nobody's saying that. But you at least should be working towards something. You know what I'm saying? Like you should at least be working towards something. Like whether it's school, whether it's career, whether it's fitness, like whether it's even learning how to cook ramen noodles better. You know, a little bit, put some cheese in there, you know, sprinkle a little season salt on it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, whatever it may be. Like you at least need to be trying to do something. Whether it's podcast on YouTube, whatever it may be. Goals and ambition. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you're grinding and building, but they're just chilling and being watching, you know, Netflix, you know what I'm saying? You know, like it's a career path or something, you know. That's gonna wear and tear on you real quick, because more people want somebody they can grow with. Most people want somebody that's able to see the vision with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if we can see the vision together, then we can grow together. But we both got to have goals and ambition and be working towards them. We both got to have it. You got to see, I don't want to be in the same spot I was last year. You shouldn't want to be in the same spot you was last year. You should want to grow. Goals and ambition is number 8. That's what she's looking for. Some goals and ambitions. You feel what I'm saying? Let that be number 8. Man, we'll let you sliding down through here. To the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. You feel me? And we talking greasy. We just being real with it. It's raw. It's off the dome. But we talking greasy. You feel me? So that's number 8. Okay? Number 8. We almost there, man. We almost there. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Um, boundary issues. Boundary issues. If they don't respect your boundaries. If you say you need space and they still blow up your phone. If you say you don't drink and they still try to push shots on you. That's not cool. That's control. It's not cool at all. So boundaries are kind of like passwords. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how you got the accounts and stuff, and you have to put your password in, or for some of y'all with the iPhones or some Android, you can use your fingertip or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Your fingerprint. Boundaries are like that. So if someone keep trying to hack them, do that mean they respect you? Do that mean that they respect you? You know what I'm saying? Think about that now. Do that mean they respect you? So, hey, that's number 9, bro. Boundary issues. All right. Hey, we almost there. We almost there. Hold up. We got somebody in the back real quick. We got somebody in the back real quick. All right, let me bring you on to the stage. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, you there? Okay.
Hi.
Okay. Hey, how you doing? You doing all right?
I'm
Hello?
well.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I hear
Yeah.
echo, so I'm trying to fix that.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, you still hear one now? Let's see. She's working on the echo real quick. Sound like. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud
Okay,
and clear.
great.
Okay, great. So, so what you think about the show so far? What you? I see you been in them comments. I see you
The
been hitting
show
them
is
up.
great.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. You got anything you want to add to it? Anything that you can think about off the top of your head?
Well, I agree with that. No ambition, no goals, because love can't be the only plan. If you're not chasing anything, eventually you'll be chasing me, and not in a good way, right? A partner with no vision ends up draining one who does. Like, as far as I operate, I don't need perfection, but I do need progression. So, what's comfort without drive? That's just dead weight, right?
Right. Hmm. I totally agree with you on that one. Uh, totally agree with you on that one. Did you hear the last one? Uh, number
No, I
nine.
didn't.
Okay, number
No,
nine.
no.
Number nine was boundary issues.
Hmm.
What you think about that?
It's several ways to approach that.
You said several ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Run it
I mean,
down.
if that person can't respect a simple no, that's a red flag. Love without boundaries is just chaos. You know, if they cross small lines early, then they'll cross big ones later. And I've lived that. I just feel like healthy love honors limits, right? So a partner who tests your boundaries aren't testing love; they're testing a type of control that they want over you.
Okay. I can agree with you on that. I can agree with you on that. So do you feel like at that point, if they're testing your boundaries, do you feel like that person respects you?
Does I feel like that person is what?
Do you feel like that person respects you?
Absolutely not.
Hmm. So at that point, what you do? You have a conversation with that person because we had a dating phase, right? That's what that's what we talking about. So you had a dating phase. Do you is that enough of a red flag for you to say I'm done with it, or enough of a red flag to say let's have a conversation about
Um,
it?
I definitely call it out when I first see it. I'm a very frank person, and people don't tend to like someone who is like, so it comes off confrontational, even though that person is doing it to you.
Hmm. But you would definitely call it out.
Absolutely, because if a person can't respect your limits, that's not like a passion for you. That's an issue. Love without boundaries is not something that I would think that anybody would want.
Right, right, and I absolutely agree with you on that. Like to your point, certain boundaries shouldn't be crossed. So, but to your point, yeah, like you said, you gotta have a conversation about it if you're willing to stay there, or if you're willing to work through them boundaries or through that flag of boundary issues. Okay, so hey, appreciate you. So we moonwalking on down through there. So what we on that? Oh, we on 10. Ooh, we made it. We made it to 10. Okay. Whew, this one gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. You ready for this one?
Okay.
Oh man. Dishonesty and manipulation.
Honesty and manipulation.
Dishonesty.
Oh, dishonesty.
Yeah, and manipulation.
Okay.
So, um, I think that's the big one.
I agree.
I think that's
I
the
mean,
big.
they're all pretty bad, right?
I mean, according to how you look at it, yeah, yeah. Because like I said, even with some of the red flags, or even all of them, like we still have people that people can still, some people can still deal with them. You know what I'm saying?
This is actually a trigger for me. Lies and manipulation, I feel like, are twin cousins. And if you see one, the other ain't far behind.
Mm.
I dealt with that a lot too. Like, if they bend the truth to control the outcome, that's a red flag.
So do you feel like they're doing that on purpose?
Absolutely. It's a
So you,
test. Men like to test women.
so you don't feel like a man could be. I'm not gonna say dishonesty on purpose, but I'm saying manipulation on purpose. I mean manipulation not on purpose, but it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he don't know he's manipulating you, and he just think he's being a genuine guy?
That's that's funny. That's cute. Whether it's on purpose or not, manipulation still manipulates, and the result is the same. So, when there's repeated patterns after you point them out, if there's gaslighting or minimizing when you call it out, any
Mhm.
type of strategic charm that flips to cold when challenged, like all these are intentional manipulation tactics that guys generally use. Um, I know in the black community, and in the white community as well. I'm not sure about the other demographics.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, it's even manipulation when somebody apologizes and actually changes for a while, but that shows more of that they're immature if they can't stick to something, right?
Mhm. Well, would you say it's immature?
What do
Would
you
you say
mean?
that's an immature? Um, well, you said it sticks to their immaturity.
Yeah,
Is
it
that what
does
you're
speaks
saying?
to their immaturity. Yeah, when somebody apologizes for something that they did wrong and then keeps the behavior up for like a week or two, 3 months, maybe 6 months, and then they change, they do that same thing. Like, oh, I'm not gonna cheat on you anymore, right? And then
Hmm.
6 months later, they do it again. That's immature. That person never really learned the skill of not doing that thing that hurt you, right?
Hmm.
It's even manipulation when people ask questions or say, like, teach me what you need, but they don't have any real intention of learning what that thing is. Or if a person gets defensive, but then attempts, you know, to like, I guess the better way is like twist your words.
Right. So
So I feel like impact matters more than intent. Because if it keeps hurting you, then it's a problem, right? That's a
right.
red flag.
So at that point, do you feel like, okay? So we talk about this a lot, this honesty and manipulation. So do you feel like um at that point it's almost like testing? Um, your sanity or your memory, you know, because
What
we're
do you
gonna say
mean?
dishonesty and manipulation. So maybe he remembers stuff different from what you remember, right?
It's gaslighting.
So
It's exactly how manipulation feels. Like it's not just lying or dodging. It's when their behavior makes you question your own memory, your feelings, or sanity. Like that's the literal definition of gaslighting. Like manipulation would have you questioning your own sanity. Like, am I crazy or is he twisting this? Was I wrong? And so, like, if a love makes me feel unstable in my own mind, that ain't love. That's psychological warfare. He's literally playing games. Who has time for that?
but could it now? It just I'm just asking questions now. So do you have anything to back it up at that point to say that he's definitely wrong and maybe he remembered right and you don't remember right? You know what I'm saying? Like at what point
Well,
do you decipher who's right and how the conversation is remembered?
so I'm a very type A person, and I can't
Hmm.
speak for other people who are not like logic and reasoning driven.
Right.
I kind of always have charts, graphs. Like I live my life by a spreadsheet. So, and I generally don't do something unless it makes sense, regardless of what it is. And if a person is manipulating me, it's hurting me. So, manipulation doesn't just hurt your feelings; it attacks your clarity of a situation. It'll have you questioning your own sanity. Like, did I really see that? Am I crazy? And that's why um, I like to keep up with things so that I can prove to myself that I am, in fact, not crazy. And it's easier to see the manipulation.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I feel like a healthy partner brings clarity and not confusion. If being with a person makes me feel less sure of myself, that's not stability, that's sabotage. I mean, because I don't know about nobody else, but testing my sanity is the fastest way to lose my loyalty.
So what if okay, so now you're at a point to where you feel like he's manipulating you. So what's next if you decide to stay there?
What do you mean?
What's the next step? Because now you saying, okay, you feel like he's testing my sanity, he's gaslighting me, he's manipulating me. So at that point, if I decide to stay there or you decide to stay there, what's the next step
I
to
won't.
a healthy relationship?
It's not healthy. It's toxic at that point. I won't decide to stay.
So you don't feel like it could become healthy. You don't feel like that person can possibly change.
If the only way that something like that can become healthy is if that person is unaware that they're being um, or that they're using manipulation tactics because this is how they grew up. And even in that case, that person has to be willing to first understand this is what they're doing and that it hurts other people. And then, second, they will have to be willing to change. And then, third, they will have to do the actions to change consistently over a period of time to make the other party believe that the change is here, which is a lot. And most people just generally
Wow,
don't have time for that, right?
right. Well, I mean, yeah, I can understand that because I mean, especially the older we get, like it's like the less time that you have to, let's say, waste on a relationship that might not be as promising as you would like it to be. But and then again, like if you are a person who um, that I say believe in God and follow Him, then you can believe that anybody can change. You know what I'm saying? With a little prayer, with a little help, like who knows? At that point, he might do a whole 180 and become what you've been looking for. Because
So, in this hypothetical,
mm-hmm,
you're asking if I'm at a point that I feel like this person is testing my sanity,
mm-hmm,
and I say, and I also believe in God, and I believe that my God can change this person. You're saying, what do I do then?
right,
Well, I believe, yes, people can change, but believing change is possible, that's not the same thing as betting my sanity on it, right? So I don't believe in gambling with my own peace to prove that. I believe God changes hearts. I do, but faith isn't a hall pass for somebody to keep hurting you while you wait. Like, if you stay because you hope he'll change, you have to ask for proof. Like, not just take words. Ask for action, ask for accountability, and protect your sanity while you're watching for it. That's the most responsible thing to do. That's if you stay, because I feel like it's rather silly to stay in a place. Like, anybody who stays in a situation like that has extremely low self-esteem. They don't love themselves enough to feel like their value is worth more than manipulation. And then you also have to account for the fact that the other person who's doing the manipulator is taking full ownership, like he's naming what he did wrong without excuses, that he acts the right questions, like what will make this right, and then follows through, that there's this consistent behavior, right? So
mm-hmm,
like the same change actions repeat over time, and not like a 1 week miracle of some sort, that he like, it's got to be proof, like he's seeking for help, like therapy, a membership, accountability, not just saying words like, oh, I'll do better, or I got you, and then there has to be like a form of transparency, you know opening up the phone plans and schedule when he's ex, stopping all the hiding, and then that person also would have to accept the consequences, like, and doesn't gaslight you about prior harm when you pointed it out to that person, right? So believing in change is spiritual. Shoot, staying without evidence is emotional gambling. It's not smart.
so at that point, you saying you pretty much give up on the situation. You pretty much move on, or at least get out of the situation. Or could you stay in the situation and just take a step back?
So I have a very unique perspective on life. Um, just a little background so you can understand why my perspective is the way that it is. I've had a
Hmm.
lot of family members die close to me very early on, all throughout my life. And so to me, life is finite and there isn't a whole lot of time. And on top of that, I don't know how much time I have left. So why would I play these games? Right? If you're It's best to just be upfront and frank about what you're trying to get done, as opposed to like putting people through tests or manipulating them to see if this is the person for you. It's literally child's play.
Mm. But well, the only thing I would, because it's, you could say it's child's play, you could say it's actually just getting to know someone, because everyone is different. But so let's just say you put in the time to get to know this person, and then all of a sudden this happens and that happens with the manipulation or the dishonesty. So at that time, to your point, that you give up and you go start over again, learning somebody else. And what if they had the same traits eventually?
Well, I would do something different. I'm not sure what other people would do. Like, but if I'm starting to see the same the same traits in different people that I'm dating, then I'm probably the problem. I'm probably attracting it some type of way. And so I need to like take a step back from dating in general. And I would probably like pray and get on the right path before I started resuming dating again.
Okay, so you saying at that time you need to evaluate what you attracting, and got to make sure that you're attracting the right type of guy into your life. Okay. Hmm. The world, the world I'm there. Okay. So now, uh, so that's a whole red flag. Then the
Oh yeah,
dishonesty and manipulation.
absolutely. And it's one of the easiest to spot as well. Especially like if you've had a lot of trauma growing up, it's easier for people like trauma victims or trauma survivors to like spot danger than most people who kind of had an easygoing childhood and stuff like that. Like, and a lot of times manipulators look for people who are more gullible, you know. So it's just best not to waste anybody's time if that's not what you're trying to do. But unfortunately, there are a lot of people in the dating pool who are malicious. I mean, you got some really nice people too, but sometimes people just grow up, you know, being around manipulators and they're able to spot it, you know, or they actually become a manipulator, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's facts. And the dating pool is definitely watered down from what it used to be. Definitely. Um, so you definitely got to be almost, as I always say, kind of walking on eggshells when you're going through uh, a dating pool.
Eggshells.
Huh?
Eggshells.
Yeah, yeah. You got to kind of be walking through eggshells when you're going through the dating pool nowadays. Just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's always the old saying, what looks good ain't always good. You know, so you got to step back and kind of evaluate um, what you getting involved with, who you getting involved with, what
Well,
they got going
unfortunately,
on.
some people are really good at hiding their intention for a long time.
But see, and this where we gonna agree to disagree at now. But I believe women are better at that than men.
That may be true, but I do believe that men learn how to manipulate earlier than women do.
Uh, I think men be manipulating and they don't even know they doing it. That's what I think. Um, I think I
I
think
do
uh,
not share that belief.
I think a lot of times, and it's just me being honest. We talk greasy. I think a lot of times well, y'all as women, give men too much credit for a lot of stuff that they do, because I don't even think they know they're doing it half of the time. Um, it just be something that happens because a lot of time men ain't that smart with a lot of stuff. Like they really not. Like yeah, like women are very more. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, advanced than men when you talk about stuff on this type of level.
See, this whole men aren't smart enough to manipulate thing, I feel like that's child's play too. Like, you don't have to be Einstein to know when you're twisting the truth or making somebody question their sanity. Manipulation isn't about being smart, it's about being selfish. And selfish people know exactly when they're protecting their image instead of protecting their relationship. Ignorance might explain it once, but repetition shows intent.
Hmm. But so you saying you don't believe that the men don't know what they're doing. You actually believe they do know what they're doing and they're doing a lot of this on purpose.
Absolutely.
So,
I grew up with three brothers.
but okay, so we just hypothetically saying, and this man is telling you he love you. Um, Manipulation sometimes comes off as hurt. So you think that man would tell you he love you and hurt you too on purpose?
Yes. I mean, think
That,
about it like this. Think
that's
about
tough.
how a man. I mean, I heard some guys in the warehouse saying this the other day before they like knew of my presence. But I heard them like shop talking, and they were like, "Yeah, don't drive away the coochie. Like it doesn't matter whatever it is that she's doing, just put up with it." So I'm aware that men have this innate ability to like they can sleep with you and hate you. Like, so absolutely they can tell you they love you and manipulate you.
Mm. I mean, okay, so I can't. I mean, if we being honest, I can't disagree with you on that, because I do know that men can sleep with a person that they kind of hate or got a disdain for at that moment. Like, so I do have to agree with you on that. Um, oh, he said they said don't run it off.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why. That's
it was a
wild.
group of them too. Yeah.
That's wild. Eh, yeah, that's wild right there. Golly. Mm, I don't even know where to go with it now. After you said that, like that threw me for a loop when you said, "Hey, see, you coming with receipts, and I can't. It's hard to it's hard to keep something back when you coming with receipts like that." Cause I'm just trying to talk up for the guys. You feel me? Like, I mean, cause I know me. Well, I'm speaking from a personal level, and I think um, not all the guys are like me, but I do feel like it's a very good portion out there that's like me, and I think a lot of times we don't know we're doing these things. I think a lot of times, cause when pride kicks in, and I think for most men, they think in the midst of a conversation or a discussion, they actually think they're right.
mm, so I hear you. You're right. A man can love you and still manipulate you, but here's the truth: like love isn't just about feelings; it's also about actions, right? If the
Right.
actions are manipulative and controlling and dishonest, that cancels out the love in practice. Because I can't feel the love if all I feel is the hurt. Real love checks itself. Real love says, I'm wrong, let me do better. Without that, I don't think that's really love. That's just like an attachment, right?
So even though What if that person actually trying though? What if that person actually trying, but he just ain't made it there yet? Um, so what? So when you say real love, but you, what if you gradually see him grow? You know what I'm saying? But it's a slow process.
Mm. Gradually seeing somebody grow.
Yeah, but it's
How
a
long
slow
are we
process.
talking?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. So I'm just saying you gave him a goal, and let's just say you expected the goal to be 3 months, but he reached the goal. It just took him a year to reach the goal instead of 3 months that you initially um had projected for him to reach it. You see what I'm saying? So at that time, is it like that don't matter, or is the fact that he still put in the work to reach the goal?
I mean,
Is
growth is beautiful. I respect growth. We all got things to work on, but let's be clear. I'm not a special ed teacher. I'm not here to hold your hand through every basic step of emotional maturity. Gradual process is fine, but if it comes at the cost of my peace and my stability and my sanity, then it's too expensive to me, bruh. It's too expensive. A relationship is supposed to be a partnership, not a permanent classroom. Like, grow up before you get into a relationship. Like, why are you dating and you're broke? Why are you dating and you're emotionally immature? Why are you dating and you're financially immature? Like, that's not what grown men do. That's what boys do. And I'm not looking for a boy.
mm,
I can push them out. You feel me? I push
mm,
them out the womb. So I'm sure people with kids already understand. Like, I can make a boy what I want one. Like, I don't want one taking care of me. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The only boy I'm raising is my son.
So what if it's not necessarily raising him? You know what I'm saying? But everybody, I think, and this is what I think now. I think you don't necessarily raise someone when you get into a true relationship of love. You see what I'm saying? But I do think as partners, once you find that person that you are meant to be with, or that you can spend the rest of your life with, I do believe each individual each individual is supposed to add something to each other. Whether it's this person teaching you how to build something, or whether it's this person teaching you how to mow the grass, or whether it's this person teaching you how to read stocks, whether it's this person teaching you how to balance a checkbook, whatever it may be, I still believe we got to feed into each other, and the strengths of each other supposed to meet to where the weakness of one another kind of fades away. Because where you weak at, this person strong at. Where you strong at, this person weak at. And when you mend them two together, then we strong in our areas. And it's not just necessarily you raising a boy, but you kind of guide him in the right direction that he needs to go.
Mm, I agree. Relationships are supposed to be about adding to each other and feeding it to each other, but there's a difference between feeding and raising. Feeding is mutual, it's balanced. Raising is one sided. And if I'm constantly the one pouring out and teaching and dragging, and that's not a partnership, that's parenting, right? And like I
Hmm.
said, you raise children, right?
Right.
Like, love should be reciprocal. If we're not both getting fed, then one of us is starving. Point period blank. Like, help me grow, yes. Raise me, no. No, thank you.
Mm. Okay. So now, if but still at that point, how do you decide which one is which? Because to him it might be, he might feel like you helping him grow, but to you might feel like you raising him. So do you have another conversation with him then, or do you just kind of I'm going about my business? You know what I'm saying? Without him even knowing what's going on.
Okay, so how do you decide which one is which? It's simple. Look at the balance. If both of us are being fed, that's adding. If only one of us is pouring while the other one takes, that's raising. You get it? Like the difference in the balance? That's like adding to each other. That means both of us are pouring, both of us are growing, both of us are investing. Raising means one person is doing all of the emotional heavy lifting while the other coasts. If I feel like your mom, your teacher, your rehab nurse more than your partner, then that's not feeding. That's raising. I didn't sign up to raise no grown men.
Okay. Okay. So but what I'll say, so even though you're in the dating process, do you feel like they should be at that level that you're talking about, or should that be a level once you're married?
I don't understand the question.
Because you just said as far as what we were just talking about, God, dog, my mind went blank. Lord. Okay, we finna still let you slide right here. You just said for raising him and kind of growing together, right? So at that point, what I'm saying is, do
You saying does that happen in the
do
dating process or is that like a marriage thing? Is
yeah.
that what you're
So
asking?
yeah. So are you determining that in the dating process, or are you allowed to get to the marriage stage and see it then?
So this this applies in both, but especially in dating because dating is the practice field. And according to the Bible, it doesn't actually exist anyway, right? Marriage only magnifies what you already had. So if I'm already raising you while we're just dating, a ring won't fix that. It'll only lock me deeper into it, right? So dating is when you decide whether this is a partner or a parent. If the balance is off now, it'll only get heavier later. Do you understand?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you saying if you don't see it in the dating process, it's almost gonna kind of magnify in the marriage.
Yes, I'm saying if he's drowning you in dating, if he's draining you in dating, then he'll drown you in marriage.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe that.
Mm, okay. So we need to see. So we need to see the total package in a dating phase before you actually see it in marriage, because to your point, dating should be the practice field.
Oh, are you asking me or telling me?
Yeah, I'm just clarifying what you're saying. That's all. Was I correct on that? That is that what you're saying? Like he has to be the
No, I
whole
don't. Okay, so maybe you misunderstood me. No, I don't expect to see the total package in dating. Like, none of us are fully finished. But I do expect to see the raw ingredients, right? The consistency, the effort, the honesty, the growth, the direction of the man, right? Dating is where you're supposed to show me who you're becoming, not just who you are today. Because progress is attractive, stagnation is a red flag. Marriage doesn't turn potential into reality, it just reveals it louder.
Hmm. Okay. That's a great point. That's a great point right there, because I don't know, because some people believe that they shouldn't show the total package to their marriage. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely not. If if I'm dating you, then I'm not your wife. There's
right.
a level to everything that you do. Like you're gonna get dating version of me. You're not gonna get wife version because I believe in a biblical marriage, and in a biblical marriage, a husband is supposed to be able to die for his wife, and so a wife should have those same feelings, right? So like, why would I do this for a complete stranger? That's reserved for something deeper, don't you think?
That's a great point. It
Why would
should
you
be.
want to risk? Yeah, like why would you
Yeah.
want to risk everything for a stranger? You just met them. They could be a scam artist. You don't know them.
But at that time, do you God, dog, so okay. So now you saying okay, we're not giving you everything. But so but so if you don't see it, but you okay, you say long as you see who you are heading towards to be, then you good with that. Long as
Yeah,
you
I
ain't
expect to
sitting there
see the
running
raw
in place.
ingredients. Yeah, for sure. Like I want to see who you're becoming, not just who you are today. I want to see the progress. Like that shows me what the trajectory is. Whatever you are now is just going to grow in marriage. So if you're a manipulator, it's just going to be more manipulation. If you
Right.
love bombing me, you're just going to love bomb me more. If you're respectful, you're going to be even more respectful because now I'm your wife after we get married, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times like a covenant like marriage locks people in and makes them feel more secure. So it allows them to be, it's like a pass to be who they are or to be more of who they are. And so a man that already loves his girlfriend deeply and respects her and cherishes her and takes care of her and shows chivalry toward her will only do more of that as his wife and vice versa.
So okay. So just playing devil's advocate with you right now. So what if he shows that and then gets there and then don't show that anymore once he gets the marriage?
Well, I personally believe something must have happened. Either he wasn't really in love, he was infatuated, he fell out of love because there's someone else, or maybe he got in way, over his head. I'm not really sure. Sometimes things can change.
Right.
You know, some people are really vain and they get married to somebody and then their spouse has an accident and becomes a paraplegic. And then they're like, oh, I didn't want this responsibility. This person was gorgeous before they got into a fire and now I can't bear to look at her. You know what I mean? And that man loses because men are more visual creatures, right? Or she's all fine when they're dating and then he gets married to her and starts to have kids and then she's stressed out so she develops like PCOS and gains weight and he doesn't like a fat woman and he falls out of love with her that way for having his kids, which I feel like is utterly ridiculous, but it
Yeah.
happens. It happens. So that's more on the man. I can't speak much to that because I'm not a man.
Right. So I to your point. Now that does happen sometimes because most men are attracted more to the physical than the mental or the heart or what a person actually can do for them. A lot of times the body, the face, that makes a difference. But and then to your point again, like you said once, but if we're talking about actual true love with somebody that you truly love, that you're trying to spend the rest of your life with, then in them types of situations, it shouldn't be um, no problem with you adjusting if you truly love that person. But I don't think nobody goes into it thinking that will happen. But if it does, then yeah. And if I truly love you, then we just have to adjust to this thing together. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I
You know,
agree. Can I bring up another red flag?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Hey, rock out.
What do you feel about someone who's always the victim? Like they never take
Ooh.
responsibility. Every ex, every boss, every old friend did them wrong. And I know this kind of goes back to one of the things that you said earlier. But
Hmm.
what do you feel about that?
Um. So basically, someone who always plays the victim. Um. To me, basically the person has to realize that everyone's not in the same category for one thing. Um. But a lot of times that person has been through a lot of hurt and pain and distrust, backstabbing, um, unloyal people, friends, family. You know what I'm saying? Like that person's been through a lot of tragic up and downs throughout his life. And so when that happens, a lot of times a person kind of get, as they could say, kind of tunnel vision where you think um, only this one thing is happening. And you kind of put everyone in the same category to think that everyone is out to get you, everyone is out to hurt you, everyone is out to harm you. Nobody has any good intentions for you. So at that point, that person is kind of, as you would say, protecting itself. Um, because if you could play the victim, then you can't allow at that point you don't allow yourself to be hurt from whatever the situation is. So that person is playing the victim probably to protect themselves and their sanity and yeah, try to beat kind of like beating people to the punch. You know what I'm saying? Like if I can cover that first before it even happens, then in and if it happens, I'm already good. I ain't got
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I understand that trauma plays a role, but trauma doesn't really erase accountability. And if every ex, every friend, every boss is the villain in your story, at some point you have to ask, like, what's the common denominator? And protecting yourself is one thing, but projecting pain on everyone else is another. And I feel
that's
like healing is your responsibility. If you never take ownership, then your trauma turns into someone else's trauma.
that is true. Um, but at, at that point, when but see that person has to come to that realization that everyone is not out to hurt him. Till he get to that point, then um the other person's trauma is almost like a backseat.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then, because earlier you mentioned like these were things that happened in the past. So if they can't separate past pain from present reality, how can they build a healthy relationship?
Well, they can still build a healthy relationship, and to your point of what you said earlier, it's all about growth. So now, if this person can get someone in their life that he could see that's actually not out to hurt him, then that's how you get past the pain and the trauma into a healthy relationship because now you see something different from what you normally been seeing in your life. Now you have a different projection of what someone really means when they say they love you. So now you can kind of as people most people say you can kind of let that wall down a little bit, and the projecting or the playing the victim, that will kind of slow down because that person will slowly understand that that person ain't there to hurt him. Yeah, that's what I think now. Did that answer your question?
I feel like you're moving goalposts.
You feel like I'm what goalpost I'm moving? Where is that?
I mean,
I
that
can't flip.
sounds sweet, but here's the danger.
Put it back in
Like,
the center.
that person is putting a responsibility for someone's healing on the partner instead of on the person themselves, and that's backwards, is what I'm saying. So, so now I have to prove I'm not like everybody else before they heal. That's weird. Like, why should I carry the burden of showing them different instead of them doing the work to heal themselves first before you get in a relationship, right? Like, how how do you build healthy if one person comes broken and expects the other person to fix it? Like, that's not fair.
Well, no, it's not fair. But to be honest, I think we all are broken in some form, uh, shape, or fashion. When
Okay.
we talk about relationships, I think we all bring. If you've been in some type of relationship or marriage or anything, I think we all bring some kind of baggage with us
Okay.
because we could say we over whatever our past relationship was. We could say, yeah, I'm past them, I'm this and that. But if they hurted you in any type of way, it's still in the back of your mind. It might be deep in the back of your mind, but it's still in there. So even for the people that say they've done the back work and got to where they need to be, that next person up still has to prove a point to them too. That
Okay. Well, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm just saying they still have to prove a point. Each individual still have to prove a point that they're not like the last one. Um, regardless.
Mm, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I do have a different question. So, like, what happens if, say, a person with trauma doesn't grow? Do I stay stuck waiting on that person to grow?
Ooh, that's a good question. Um, it's according to what you see. Um, it's according
What
to
if,
what you see. It's according to what you see, and it's according to you. Because some people stay out potential. Um,
mm,
because maybe they see potential in that person, and they see he can get to a certain place, and maybe they stay out there. Or maybe until like I said earlier, maybe they stay um because he's growing, but he's not growing at a rapid rate. He's going at a slower rate. You know what I'm saying? So, but at that point, I think long as you see improvements, I think it's worth staying. Long as you see some type of improvement. Like I don't like for some people, when you meet somebody different in your life, um, that's not the same as your path, then you have to change who you are or how you do stuff. And for some people, it's like getting out of a habit. So, like, what might take John over there 2 days to get out of that habit, it might take Mike over here 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So each individual is different. But now, long as I'm saying, long as you see some type of improvement, I think it's still worth um the wait.
so, hypothetically speaking, what about 4 years? Is that a long time to wait on a person to get out of a habit?
Um, yeah, yeah, that's probably what type of habit you're talking about. But yeah, that's a long time. Um, so But my question would be, have there been any type of growth, or are you saying there's none?
Well, regardless of the amount of growth, by 4 years, there should be like a substantial amount of growth if that person is like waiting on the trauma person to get better, right? Because isn't healing supposed to be their responsibility and not their test for me?
Mm, uh, I don't know about that one. I really think it's a combination.
I mean, think about it. Like, or else I'll always be paying for pain that I didn't cause. Who wants to do that?
Nobody wants to do that,
So why would I stay if I don't like pain?
and that's what I'm saying. So I think you would stay because this is a person that you see potential in, and you know that this person has the capabilities to be who you imagine him to be, and maybe you've seen little increments of it. Maybe he gave it to you in small doses. You know what I'm saying? And so once you've seen that, you know that he can do it. You know that it's it's a possibility that he will do it. So I think at that point you hang around because um if you say 4 years, why would you want to get that up and start over?
Hmm. So, see, that's how people get stuck. Okay. That's how people get stuck right there. Staying for potential. Potential is what gets you interested, but proof is what keeps you invested. 4 years of waiting for somebody to maybe heal is 4 years you didn't get back. I want my time back, but you can't give it back. You see what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I can't build a life on what you might become by the time. Like, I just feel like by the time we hit years, I need progress, not promises. Potentials don't pay bills and they don't heal hurt. Like,
And that's
don't
true.
sell me, shoot, don't sell me promises. Show me progress.
That's what I'm saying. So what if he's showing you that? So you saying you haven't seen nothing in 4 years? That's what you're saying. So you saying nothing? You saying no progress? He haven't given you uh he haven't given you increment of nothing.
You
So
mean it's hypothetical?
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So he haven't
Oh
shown
no,
you
this
he
is
can do
this
it.
is a hypothetical. This is something that happened to me in real life.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought we said hypothetical. Okay, my bad, my bad. So that's what I'm saying. So he haven't showed you nothing. Like so
No, he had
you
not
don't.
done any of those things, and I was so foolishly in love.
Mm, so you said foolishly boldly. Then hmm, why you feel like it was foolish? I'm not, I mean, I don't know why you feel like it was foolish. Because I
I'm
mean,
sorry,
cause,
I got the
cause,
giggles.
'cause in 4 years you can't tell me this person don't care about you or possibly love you or even want to be with you. Like in 4 years, it's something there that's keeping y'all
Um,
together and keeping y'all
we
going.
talking greasy, right? We talking
Yeah.
greasy, right?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I personally felt like he hated me. Um, and just because I was someone who he thought was beautiful, um, I think he didn't want to mess it up for himself. I think that I was out of his league
Mm.
and he was like looking for something better but couldn't really find it. And so he settled for me.
So when you say out of the league, what you mean out of the league in terms of finances, in terms of looks, in terms of um just the way you carry yourself, or what are you meaning by that? Like when you say out of your league, out of his league, rather.
It's not just about looks. It's when someone is operating on a higher level of emotional, spiritual, mentally,
Okay.
financially, or even maturity than the person that they're with. So when the gap is so wide that the relationship feels unbalanced,
Hmm.
that's out of your league, right?
Okay. So you feel like in the 4 years it's been very unbalanced for you and kind of more heavier on your side than his side, basically.
I mean, I can't proclaim to what he was going through because he was the type of person who was very, very secretive. So only the things that I was able to see I could pick up on. He hid very well. He like shut down. He didn't talk about much. So it's very difficult to gauge what was going on in his life because he didn't like to vocalize that.
Hmm. So you feel like he's pretty much hiding who he really are or was.
Yeah, who he really was to the detriment of our relationship because at the end of that 4 years, I still didn't know much more than his name, his birthday, and his favorite color.
Hmm?
He just hit, yeah, he hit it so well.
So you saying after 4 years, that's all you potentially knew about this guy?
Pretty much. I mean, I didn't know anything deep about him because he was so secretive.
Mm, okay. And you decided to stay in the 4 years.
Well, he kept love bombing me and gaslighting me and stalking me, and I was afraid to leave because I got a household to take care of. Like it's crazy out here. It's 2025.
Right.
Like people are kidnapping folks. I've been kidnapped before and survived. Like people are pulling up to people's houses and throwing cocktail bombs inside of their houses, and people are burning alive. Like it's wild out here. So it's better safe than sorry.
So you only stuck around to be safe.
What else
So
could a single woman do? Like,
if you felt like he wouldn't stalk you or try to do nothing ill will towards you, you would be gone.
I wouldn't say that because I never had that opportunity. Like every time I broke it off with him, he just came harder.
But so then the question is that something you wanted too though? Was you happy that
No,
he came harder?
no, it's scary. It was scary for sure.
No, I'm not saying the act of him coming harder, but the fact or what happens was the result of it. The result of him coming hard was y'all kind of, I guess, working it out and still trying to pursue whatever y'all were trying to pursue. So that's what I'm saying. Were you still happy about that?
Well, there was no gold. He didn't present a goal because when he would always move the post. So when I would ask questions like, hey, what's the goal for us? Oh, well, the goal is marriage. Okay, but you say marriage, but marriage is just, going before God, creating a covenant. What's going to happen like after that? Like, what's the goal, right? Because if you want to build something, it can't just stop at marriage. Then there'll just be a divorce right after that, right? So I need to know, like, What are your plans? Do you want to have kids? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to travel? Like, what do you want to do once we get married? And his answer was always just enjoy the marriage. And it's like that was so vague for me. And with me being a type A person, I kind of needed more information to make a decision. I don't make decisions based off of inadequate information. I try to gather as much information as I can so I can make a sound decision. I feel
Right.
like that's a wise thing to do. Like if somebody like offers you $3 million and you never ask what's the catch might be, oh, I can slaughter you tomorrow. You know what I mean? But you didn't read the fine print. So like I'm definitely cautious when it's like that. And I definitely gave him a ton of chances to like explain it to me. And I was patient and I waited, you know.
Did you explain to him what you was seeking?
Yeah,
Out of that
several
book?
times, a ton of times, like over 50 times, like
Over
so many
50
times.
times.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Almost every single time we talked, we were going back and forth about how I felt in whatever it was that was
Hmm.
and what I wanted. And it would be met with dismissal or, are you asking for too much? It's like, no, the thing I'm asking for is absolutely free. I mean, if you count time as a currency, it costs your time, but other than that, it's free. So,
Hmm. So sound like y'all need to have another heart to heart,
I don't
or
think so. I feel like that chapter in my life is closed
you feel like that chapter in your life is closed.
for sure.
Hmm. Hmm. That's tough. It's tough would be him. So at this point, you're not worried about him being a stalker or nothing. If that chapter's closed, correct?
Of course, I'm worried. I'm a woman. Of course, I'm worried. I fear for my life every day. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. I mean, I just said because you were saying the chapter's closed now, so I was just trying to make sure.
I'm not concerned because I serve, like, I'm the daughter of the Most High. So I'm not concerned about it.
Righteous. Hmm.
I'm not like gonna stop going to the grocery store or stop getting gas because I feel like like who cares if he's there when I walk out to my car? I don't care.
Would you be
Like
happy if he were there? Would you be
no,
happy? Would you greet him with a smile and a hug?
I greet everyone with a smile, but I don't know about that hugging. Like why would I do that?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Just asking, seeing what would happen if it was to happen that way. You know what I'm saying?
No, I try not to be a confrontational person.
Hmm. Okay, that's good then. I mean, you don't want to be a conversation person. Don't need to be. I don't think nobody like. Yeah, I mean, no. Most people don't like that conversation stuff anyway.
I mean, people can do what
Drama
they
and stuff
want
like
as long as they don't hurt me directly, or try to hurt like my family, in my household. Then I don't really care. Money can be replaced, houses can be replaced. But if a person is malicious and trying to like physically like do something to me, then I'm gonna retaliate and I'm gonna be relentless because sometimes you have to be a lion to be the lamb that you really are.
that. Okay, lion to be a lamb. Okay, lamb to be a lion. Okay, I got you. That's but I do agree with you on that. Sometimes you gotta change up who you are for certain situations. I don't know. I just feel like it's still great potential there. Just hearing
What?
you talk.
A manipulator?
I mean, I believe, I still believe everybody can change. I don't believe, and to my point, like I told you earlier, to my
That's
point,
crazy.
I believe, um, yeah, y'all give me too much credit. I believe he might. I'm not saying he's not manipulating you, but what I'm saying is, I don't even think he know he's doing it. I think,
It just give me the ick. It's similar to how most people feel about pedophiles. It's like, yeah, people can change, but I'm not gonna have you around my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't think we're gonna put you in the church. You feel me? Like, yeah, you can repent, but
yeah,
mm-mm.
mm, it's tragic. Mm, but I do feel you though. I do feel you, and I understand what you're saying. Uh, but shoot, I'm sorry, I was looking at something. But yeah, so hey, I don't know. I just think hold it out. I just think, hey, swear, I just think hold it out. I think it'll be good in the long run. Um,
Thank you so much for having me on. I
oh
appreciate
yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming on. Cause that's what I was gonna say. Like I done been on here 2.5 hours. Um, we gonna wind it on down. We're gonna get up out of here. And like I said, appreciate you. Hey, keep. Oh, she just left like that. She ain't let me just tell her. Oh man, she just jumped off the screen. She ain't even take her time. She just zoomed right by you. God dog. But hey, um, what's her name again? JNYG Studio. Appreciate you for coming out. Hey, next time you come on, we gotta pop your link in there. For your YouTube. If you got a YouTube channel, we're gonna pop your link in there. We're gonna try to get them followers over there to follow you too. That's what we do. Um, so once again, appreciate her coming on. Uh, appreciate her dialogue. She talked with a great sense. Sound like she got a lot of stuff, a lot of insight on stuff. Very knowledgeable person. I'm so appreciate her. Hope she keep chiming in. Hope she keep checking on the live. Hope she keep coming up on the panel. So hey, appreciate that. So, but hey, so let's recap real quick, man. Let's recap real quick. We had the 10 red flags when dating. Number one, they were trash talking all their exes. Number two, they weren't consistent with communication. Number three, that man moving too fast. Number four, how he treat people. Number five, jealousy and control. Number six, they never apologize. Number seven, they were financially irresponsible. Number eight, they didn't have no ambition. Number nine, it was respect and boundaries. And number 10 with dishonesty and manipulation. You know what I'm saying? That's what we came up with them 10 red flags when dating. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, but if you like the content, hit that like, subscribe, share the live. You might save somebody's life. But now, look, first of all, nobody's perfect, okay? We all got some yellow flags here and there. But if you're seeing multiple of these, don't ignore it. Protect your peace. And I know y'all got, I know y'all got these stories. Hey, if you want to DM me, you can DM me at Talkin Greazy on Instagram. You can DM me worst flag experience you ever had, worst red flag experience you ever had. Maybe I'll read some of them on the next episode. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, I'm pretty sure some of y'all been through some wild stuff. But hopefully y'all hit that like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Share it with a friend. Who's ignoring them red flags right now. You know, but I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay up. But all right, fam, that's gonna be it for today. Remember, you stay slick, stay solid, and always stay greasy. Real talk, real vibes. Um, that's how we do it here. But I always want to end it with this. Like I said, if you got somebody you out there you love, you care about, um, that's in your life, take out your time, tell them you love them, hug them, because you never know what somebody is going through today. You can easily be you tomorrow. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed and stay prayed up.